What's going on, you guys? How you doing today? So we're going to be getting into the next episode right now, and we're going to be going over, I talked about in the last episode a little bit about Maru's Bazaar over here, and you guys can go hunt for Iatane treasure from Maru. Now, when you guys, I'm going to go over this a little bit, when you guys get treasure from Maru, which that mission will pop up once a week. Once a week you can go get treasure from Maru. You guys want to go to equipment, you go to landing craft, and you go to place decorations. So let's find one of our Iatane treasures here that we find. Okay, so this is the Piv sculpture right here. I'm going to select it, and I should be able to place it somewhere on my ship. So it's basically this really cool looking moving sculpture. Now when you guys get these sculptures, they're not going to be moving, and I'll show you guys in a second how you get it to do that. So basically we're just going to place this anywhere. And there seems to be fine. Okay, fantastic. So we got that set. Now we can just look at it anytime. It looks really cool, and it kind of is just another decoration for your ship. So that's one thing you can do with them. The other thing that you guys can do with them is you guys can actually go up here to Iatane treasures. And if you, all of these have, you can see right here, these are the little stars. Basically these things right here. All of these are the little stars. And you have amber stars and you have cyan stars. Now, the amber star usually only fits one per sculpture, and then the cyan stars fill in the rest of the gaps here. So basically what winds up happening is if we click on this, we wind up looking for these little areas here, and we want to click on it, and it'll allow us to install the proper, you know, like star that we're going to put in there. And the more that you put in here, like, the more that you fill the holes out here in the sculpture, the more the sculpture starts to move, until finally you have all of them filled out like I have right now, and the sculpture is fully moving. So you basically can put these on your ship, or you can go to Maru and you can sell them to Maru. But right now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go do a little treasure hunt so you guys can see what that's like. So once we get to the bazaar, we're going to start looking for Maru, and you guys should already know where she is. The place ain't that big, it's pretty easy to find. And just remember that those sculptures, when you get them with the stars in them, so we're going to go down here looking for Iatane treasures. When you guys get those sculptures and stuff, you're going to be able to trade them for platinum or other items. You're going to be able to turn them into Maru so that you can get Endo for it, which would probably be a good idea in the beginning of the game. Those sculptures, if you guys don't really want to, if you don't care about decorating your ship, you turn them into Endo, because that'll help you out a lot. It'll help you basically have the ability to, like, you know, like, I guess level your mods up, which would make you a lot stronger, a lot faster. So it's definitely a cool thing to do this at least once a week, whether you want it for decorations or you want to turn it into Endo, or maybe you just want to trade it to somebody for something, some part that you're looking for that you may not have.
Here we go, let's find some antiquities.
So basically, we're just going to follow this yellow dot until we find the puzzle room, and once we get there, we're going to want to just complete the puzzle. Now, the puzzles are not going to be the same every time, and the first few times you guys do these puzzles, it may be a little frustrating because you may not actually be able to beat it. Don't worry about it. You guys will get really good at this the more and more you do it. And there are speed mods on, which, I mean, there are speed mods that you guys will wind up getting as you play through the game. Those actually help you move a lot faster, make you a lot more agile, so that you guys will be able to get through these puzzles a little bit swifter. So here, we got the room right here, and this little plate right here. I'm going to step on that. It's going to open these for this puzzle. And step on this plate, and here we go.
I am no longer detecting signs of a juggernaut. Move on. You are safe.
And damn it. The game took away my second jump, and I don't know why. So you guys want to come up here, step on that plate, get yourselves over in here, and you guys can see these doors are closing. So you want to get through all these before they fully close. And here we go. Cool. We have another Piv sculpture, which is awesome because of all the sculptures. This is one of my favorites, so I'm really glad we got another one. Now I can install that on my ship in across from where I installed the other one. And then it would look even and stuff. Make sure you guys are breaking these open too, by the way. Because this is a secret room, there is a good chance that you guys can get mods out of this stuff. Even though it looks like we didn't get anything out of it now. Typically when I do this, I get a lot of mods out of this, breaking these open in these rooms. So I definitely do that every time you guys come in here. And now what we're really doing is extracting. We're going to go back to the ship, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit more about what's going on. Alright, so once you guys get back to your ship and everything, I'll show you guys now what that actually looks like. Adding those stars to the sculpture. So we're going to select here, this Pib sculpture. You can tell these have stars in it, these little things right here. This Pib doesn't. So we're going to click this, I'm going to click that, and it's going to add the appropriate star here. So you don't even get to choose, it's just going to do it for you. And you guys can see it slowly starting to move a little bit. And once we complete it, it's going to be all good to go. And then it tells you right here how much endo this is worth if you're going to sell this, which is a decent amount of endo for how little time this actually took to do. Hopefully when you guys are playing missions, you're picking up these stars as you break open containers and boxes and stuff. But basically that's it. So now it's moving, we can set it on our ship. We can set it on our ship even before it's moving if you guys don't want it to do that. But just so you guys know, that's how you do it basically. And we did a little bit of the Howl of the Kubro quest. I did the first survival, and we were able to get a segment to unlock this incubator right here. Now what the quest is telling us is that we need an egg. We have to get a Kubro egg. So basically it's telling us to go to Earth, which I agree, that's the best place. Possibly the only place you guys can actually find a Kubro egg is on Earth. But what you're looking for is, you guys are looking for Kubro dens. And just so you guys are aware, when you see the Kubros, which are those little dog-looking enemies, you want to kill the dens that they're coming out of in order to get the chance at an egg to drop. So I just did that mission before, was not able to get an egg. It is completely random when an egg drops, so it's not guaranteed that you do the mission, you get the egg. But don't worry about it, just start the quest, play through the game. You don't always have to have it active. If you get an egg while the quest isn't active, it's still good. You still have an egg, so that's cool. I believe you can only hold... Warframe's a little funny. Basically, you can only have one egg from pickups from missions at a time. But you can have multiple eggs if you get eggs, let's say, from alerts. If you buy eggs from the market over here, you can hold multiple eggs, but you can only actually ever pick up one egg at a time from a mission. So let's say, you do a mission, you pick up an egg, and then you go back and do the mission again, and you get another egg. You won't be able to pick up that other egg because you can only have one egg picked up from missions. But, like I just said, you can still have multiple eggs if the other ways you're acquiring them are either through alerts or they're through the market. Then you can have multiple eggs. But it doesn't matter. You can only ever use one egg at a time, so it doesn't really matter. It's not that big of a deal if you see an egg and you can't pick it up. It means you already have one, so that's totally fine. But, so now what we're going to do, you guys, is what I have been waiting for a really long time. I'm very excited to show you. Is now we're actually going to be able to do the Mars Junction and get ourselves over to Mars. So this is cool because this is going to unlock the Archwing quest for us, this Fragger Blueprint, the Void Relic segment, the Lith S1 Relic, and finally the Codex Scanner, which is awesome because we definitely want a Codex Scanner. And once we do that, I'm going to show you guys how to equip the Codex Scanner. And I already showed you guys Cephalon Samaris and what your aim or your goals should be. With getting, I guess, like, Syndicate standing with him. So, alright, let's go kill this bastard. Frost Spectre, very nice. So just so you guys can see how easy this is. This is the reason why I'm not really, like, preparing for these battles, because they're still so easy right now that it doesn't really matter. So there we go. We killed the Frost Spectre, and he's definitely, once you guys get a hold of Frost, is definitely one Warframe that you're going to want to have built to help you guys get through a lot of this game. You can do it with any Warframe. You can get through the game. It's just much easier with the Frost. It will make life so much easier to do it. There's a lot less frustration in it. So this is pretty awesome. Now that we have Mars unlocked, we have the ability to go do all the planets, all the missions on Mars, which is pretty awesome. We also got the Arcwing quest right here, which is pretty cool. You guys are going to be able to fly around in space with your Warframes in some kind of really kick-ass looking jetpack, and that's pretty exciting. The Arcwings, I'm going to let you guys know up front. Before you guys get leveled in Arcwing, like when you're fresh to it and you're not leveled or anything with your Arcwing, it sucks. It is really, really a pain in the butt. It just isn't any fun. But as soon as you get yourself leveled and you're starting to put mods on your Arcwings and your Arcwing weapons are getting leveled and you're just becoming more powerful in Arcwing, it gets a lot more enjoyable. So just a heads up, the beginning of it, most people hate Arcwing because it's not fun at all in the beginning. You just die really fast and it's kind of difficult. But again, level yourselves up in it and then it becomes fun. So basically what's going on is these are relics, and you've already done missions. You probably already have some of these. And what's going to wind up happening is that you can click on these relics, and each one of these relics is going to have different parts for different weapons or Warframes or even Sentinels here, or just really anything. They're going to have different parts to stuff. Now, the way that the relic system works is that it's basically showing you that these are the commons at this bronze color. This silver right here are the uncommons, and then the gold over here is the rare. These are the rare parts, and it shows you guys the likelihood of the drop if you guys go use this relic. So you have your statistics are a lot more high to get any one of these based off this blue bar right here. And then if you have, let's say, a silver, it's less likely, and then the rares are really, really not likely to get. So if you guys are doing these relics and you're getting a bunch of like rare parts or uncommon parts, these generally sell for a good amount of platinum. A pretty decent amount. Like I know on Xbox right now, the average price for a rare is about 50 platinum per rare part. Now, it might take you like hours to get the rare part you're looking for from these relics, or it might take you, like just one mission. It's all RNG, it's totally random, but either way, just all this stuff is worth platinum, so that's awesome. What you do here is you do these fissure missions that I was showing you guys before. So we'll go over here, we'll go to our navigation, and we're gonna go over to this little flame looking thing right here. And I know these are still locked because we haven't gotten to these planets yet, or at least unlock the levels on these planets yet, so we can't do these, but this is good. So we go and do Earth mission right here. What we're going to wind up finding out is there's going to be like tears in the void that happen that kind of turn some of the enemies a gold color. When they start turning that sparkling gold color, kill them because they will randomly drop these yellow fissures. You need to collect 10 fissures every mission that you do before you leave the mission, or before the mission, like before you hit a certain wave, or before it hits 5 minutes, or it depends on the mission. But you need to basically get 10 fissure before, the mission is over, or you get to the next part of the mission. And what's going to happen is, once you do that, whatever relic you selected for the mission, like let's click on this one. Now it immediately took me to select a relic. So I have to pick one of these relics that's going to contain something that I want to break open. So whatever I wind up picking, that's what we're going to have a shot at getting. We're going to have a shot at getting these rewards. And remember, this is basically going to determine the likelihood of you getting the reward. So we have a higher likelihood of getting a bronze with where this relic is right now. But what's going to happen is when you complete these missions, or when you do these missions, whether you pick a relic or not, like I don't have to pick a relic. I can play without one if I really just wanted to collect fissure or reactant. And so if I play with that, whether I play with a relic or play without a relic, by the end of the mission, I will have accumulated some fissure. And I'm going to show you guys now what we're going to do with that sort of stuff. So when you collect your fissure, you go over here to the Void Relic segment, and you're basically going to have, which I don't have any because we just unlocked this, so it's not even going to show it, but it'll say like here, 0 out of 300. This is, 0 is because I haven't done it yet. I don't have any fissure, haven't collected anything yet. And 300 is based off of my current rank right now. So as you guys rank up in Warframe, this number is going to increase by 50 every rank that you go up. So you want to keep ranking yourself up so you can hold a lot more of this. If you kind of just have a day where you just, running fissure missions, unlocking stuff or whatever, this can tend to fill up very quickly, and it will not go over its maximum amount, so all the fissure you're picking up after that will wind up going to waste. So I definitely recommend using it. But at the same time, like I said in a previous video, with the way that they have this set up, and you guys can see here, like if I hover over Exceptional, just look at this blue stuff right here as I hover over the different options. Just watch the blues. So I go to Exceptional, and it moves a little bit. Like the chances increase a little bit more for the rares and the uncommons. Flawless, they increase a little bit more for the rares and uncommons. And now the bronzes, they get dropped a little bit in the amount of chance you get them. And then same thing happens here. So basically, Exceptional, Flawless, and Radiant, it just keeps increasing the chance of the bronze and of the silvers and the rares or the golds, and then the bronzes over here, they wind up losing it as you go through. So it's just increasing the chances of you wind up getting this stuff. But from personal experience of playing this game since this whole system came out and everything like that, this is still pretty flawed, for at least at this moment in time. Because what winds up happening is, it still is based off of a random number generator. So even though you're perceptually increasing the chances, I'd still, let's say, make a bunch of Radiant Relics, run them, and wind up getting only bronze stuff. And then there are times I won't do anything to the relic. I won't, make the relic any stronger. I'll just use it as is, without adding any fissure to it. And I'll wind up getting rare stuff out of it, off of a regular relic. So, it just... From personal experience, and I know a lot of other players feel the same way, this doesn't really seem to do anything, for the most part. But the only thing that I will tell you it does do, is it makes me feel like, if I run a relic, and I don't get the part that I was looking for, but I had it Radiant, at least I did all that I could have done. If I run a relic, and I don't get, the part that I'm looking for, and I know I could have made it Radiant, then I'm gonna have, second guesses and be like, well, maybe I should have done that, and then maybe there'll be a little bit of regret. So all this really does, for me personally, at least the way that it seems to operate from personal experience, is it just cuts the regret out. That's all it really does. Again, for the most part, it doesn't do a damn thing. However, though, I still would recommend, if there is something that you want very bad from one of these relics, something that you're really desperate to get, that you and a team of people put Radiance on anyway. Like, I still would say, even though it, seems to not really do anything and it's all based off of RNG, I'd still recommend that you and a group of people, if there's something you specifically want to farm, all 4 of you run the same relic, and then all 4 of you make the relic Radiant. Now, what's really cool about this is when you run these relics with a group of people, let's say you have 4 people, whether it's 2, 3, or 4 people that you have in your squad, if everybody has a relic on, and you guys wind up, completing the mission, everybody that got all 10 fissure is going to have a chance at a prize. But what's really cool about this is, you're going to have a chance at their prizes as well. So basically at the end of the mission, if everybody gets all their relics cracked open and then you guys leave the mission, or you end the mission, there is going to be 4 prizes for you to basically choose from. So you can choose one of the 4. If you don't like what your relic opened up, then you have a shot at one of their prizes too. So let's say, you get like the Carrier Prime Systems, you didn't want it, but somebody else got, let's say, the Helios Blueprint. You can click on their Helios Blueprint and you can walk out of the mission with that, which is really awesome. So farming for specific things in this game, I would definitely recommend that you guys go over to, let's say if you don't have anybody to play with, you go over to recruiting chat over here, and you basically just say, either want to farm, you can be like, want to farm, like whatever relic. You could be like LF, which is looking for. You could be like looking for squad to crack open relics. Like, it doesn't matter what you type for the most part. Just let people know that you're looking for, like opening relics, or you're looking for a certain part, or whatever it might be. But recruiting chat is where it's at. So you just go in there, you let people know, and you pay attention. If anybody says anything like, oh yeah, I'll help you do that, or if you see anybody say anything that you're like is recruiting members, where are we? Let's say here, H Neo S6 Rad Share. So basically what that means is, he is looking for people with Neo relics that say S6 on them, and he wants them to be Radiant. So this is a Radiant Share. And a Radiant Share basically means that everybody is going to make them Radiant. Basically what I just told you guys. So if you wanted to be a part of that, and you had the relics to do that, you can talk to him and just be like, hey, invite. Like, you just say anything like that. or join up, or just whatever you want to say. But recruiting chat is where it's at. If you guys are looking to get anything out of this Void Relic refinery or segment or whatever, but that's basically how all this works, which is pretty exciting. So the only other thing I want to mention before we, I guess, like, exit this episode or whatever and stuff is when you guys get that codex scanner, you're gonna find it in your gear. So you're basically gonna go to gear, you're gonna pick an empty slot or something, and you're gonna select your codex scanner right here. So we're gonna put our codex scanner on, and here we have our codex scanner. So whenever you go into a mission, you're basically gonna, at least for me using a controller, I'm gonna hit down on the D-pad and this screen's gonna pop up, and then I'm just gonna select the codex scanner, and it's gonna put my weapons away, pull the codex scanner out, and I'm basically going to be able to scan enemies or synthesis targets. Now, what I forgot to mention before with Cephalon Samaris is that he gives you daily targets to go after. So if you guys can, manage to scan those targets and stuff, you get a ton of syndicate standing for Cephalon Samaris, which is awesome because you need that standing. Basically, that standing is your currency to buy stuff from him. So the more standing that you get from your syndicates, the more stuff you're going to be able to buy. Just make sure that you're buying stuff from your syndicates, because just like with the Void Relic segment that I showed you guys before, you can actually, like, stop collecting standing because you're not spending enough. Like, what I mean is, over here how it says 300, same thing with the syndicate standing. If you're not spending it and you hit 300, then any other standing you get after that just vanishes. You don't even get to use it. So make sure you guys are spending all the standing that you can. And, yeah, for the most part, you guys, that about wraps it up for this episode. I'm going to go wind up doing the Arcwing missions, and again, if there's anything important about them that I feel like you guys absolutely have to know, then I'll just wind up showing you in the next video. But for the most part, I hope you guys are enjoying the game so far, and you're making some good progress. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you guys can hit me up on Twitter at Twitter. I don't even know what it is. I'm Neonest007 on Twitter. Links will be in the description below. You guys will be able to find me right away there. But for now, you guys also join me over on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Neonest007. And yeah, you guys can watch me play Warframe or whatever game that we're playing right there. If you have any questions, regardless of the game that I'm playing, feel free to ask. Other cool thing is that we still do giveaways once a week that you guys can actually earn. So if you guys want to hang out on the Twitch channel while I'm streaming, whether it's Warframe or not, you guys are going to be able to earn points so that you can get closer to earning actual platinum in the game, so you guys can buy what you're looking for. And yeah, there's just a lot of exciting stuff going on in the community. But for now, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love your faces, and I will see you guys in the next episode.